everybody, my name is Elena, and here are some dynamic stretches that you can do before your strength training to improve your performance. So let's start with upper body. So if you would like to work your upper body, so you would need to focus on mobility of your upper body, right? Your shoulders and your spine. So the first exercise that you can do is to work on your spinal mobility is to thread the needle. So let's put the arms through the opening, and we're gonna try to reach that shoulder for the ground and actively press that shoulder into the ground. So push, 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 push for 5 seconds. Then come up, bring your arm behind your head. And here we're gonna open up through the chest, really pressing that elbow all the way up to the ceiling. Hold it for 5 seconds and come back to thread the needle, right? So repeat several times on one side, and then you switch to the opposite side. So once again, so you're gonna press that shoulder right into the ground, activate it for 5 seconds, then come back and open up through the chest. Again, hold it for 5 seconds. The next one that works on your shoulder mobility and activates your lats will be your downward facing dog. So we're gonna come up into downward facing dog, and now we really wanna focus on pushing that ground away from our hands. So we actively do this movement, we activate the muscles. Then we can come back and work on our spinal mobility by going into the cobra, right? If you're okay, if your spine is really mobile, you can go into the upward facing dog. But because you're just warming up, right? So you'd rather, be more careful and get maybe into the cobra first. So once again, so we're gonna press those hands into the ground, like push the ground away, really focus on activating your lats. Come back and arch. Perfect. So let's focus on our shoulder mobility, especially for those people that have rounded shoulders and maybe not full range of motion for the shoulder. What you can do is to work on your shoulder mobility. So let's bring your arm right against the wall, okay? So you're gonna push it against the wall. Your palm is gonna face the outside of the wall. You're gonna keep that arm against the wall. You're gonna start lifting it up and making the entire circle, right? So somewhere here on top, you're gonna rotate and bring that palm facing the wall, and then continue doing that nice, oops, do I have a, okay, so I have that door frame, and I'm gonna just bring it all the way to the front. Again, rotate somewhere here, so it's up at the front, and I will repeat it again, right? So then we will go in the opposite direction. Just keep that arm against the wall, slightly press into the wall, right? So let's activate, activate, activate. Yeah, right there. Yes, and then rotate and bring that arm right in front of you. So repeat several times, do maybe like 3 to 5 circles, and then repeat it on the other side. And one more exercise that would be beneficial for those who have rounded shoulders, what to do is just press your head, your shoulders, your hips, and like make a bit of a pelvic tilt. So you're kind of like pushing that lower back into the wall, and bring your arms on your shoulder level. So your elbows will be touching the wall. Now we need to make our hands to touch the wall. If you cannot do it, just work on that mobility, on that movement to bring it all the way up to the wall. If you're okay hold this position, then you'll do some movement, right? Trying to keep all 3 points, your shoulders, your elbows, and your hands against the wall. Right, and try to move it this way, come back to the center again. So try to keep all those 3 points against the wall, and work on your shoulder mobility. Come back into the center. Perfect. So for your lower body, we need to focus on quadriceps, right, or the hip flexors. So what we can start is with the kind of walks like this. Heel to the bound walk, heel to the bound walk, and just walk maybe 50 to 100 meters. Next one, your hamstring stretch. So do a scoop and move, right? So we're gonna get into the hamstring stretch here. Back is straight, hips back, reach, scoop, and arch your back. Do it again. low down, reach in, scoop, and arch your back. Repeat several times and switch to the other side. The next move, we will want to warm up our glutes. So we get into the pigeon pose. Okay, and then from here, what we want to do is to activate the glute, like squeeze the muscle, but at the same time, we want to push the hip into the ground. We're going to hold it for 5 seconds and then release. So it's not the stretch. It's not that you are relaxing here. I want you to really to contract it, okay? So when you contract it, it's just, like it's a different warm up, right? It's more of the mobilization of the joint rather than stretching the muscle. So repeat it several times and then switch to the other side. And the last, because my hips are really tight, so what I usually do is the stretch for my groin as well, which will be something like this with the legs open to the side. Push your hips back for 5 seconds, so hold it here, okay, and then you release. Or you can just, shift your hips back and forth here, but it would be probably beneficial more to hold it for 5 seconds, then come back. Okay, hold. So push back, push back, push back, and then release. Perfect. There are other exercises that you can add to your dynamic warm-up. But remember, always do the dynamic warm-up. Don't hold the stretch. Move, right? Move the stretch. Even if it's some kind of a yoga stretch, so start doing a bit of a movement. So your muscles will be warmed, your joints will be prepared for workout, and your performance will be much better. Okay, thank you so much guys for joining, for watching, and you have a wonderful day.